Good evening, honored passengers, distinguished guests, and of course, our train staff, and welcome to the 130th chapter of Blood from a Stone, A Tale of Love and Dread in RPG. That is 13 times 10, which in a base 10 system means something. In a base 13 system doesn't mean that much, other than that it is a collection of 13, so somewhat notable. My name is Philip, and I am the Dreadmaster, and I am ensconced by 5 of our wonderful players. Say, good evening, players.
Good evening, players, and good morning to those who
Australians
are in the morning.
To Australians? Isn't it
Only
already?
to
Isn't
Australians.
it already? Isn't
No
it
one
already
else.
in the night next week in Australia?
Well, it's like early morning in other places.
I see what you're saying.
I can't do math, so
Did you know that the
time zones are very
international
hard.
date line is the line at which it's too weird to ask someone out on a date after that?
Is that why Dateline is called Dateline? Because it's like, wait, no, I can't think about this. Never mind.
Dateline is Dateline is also a publishing like journalism term,
Oh.
and
Dateline.
and the Dateline is and it typically says Dateline and a location because it's telling you like this is like, imagine this is the this is the locale from which we're writing, so it'll be like Dateline Cairo, Dateline Milwaukee. I guess comedy's in 3, so I have to say another city. Can't think of a city.
Puxatawny.
Okay, Dateline Puxatawny. There we go. I feel like that's too
Anchorage.
similar to. It's 2 p.m. in Australia right now. That's what RC Chick says. Dateline Anchorage.
Good
is
afternoon,
really good.
Australians.
Hey, to everyone in Australia, I'd like to say good day.
You should say good day.
That's
Good
what I
day.
said. Good day.
No.
Bye.
Oh man, 1:30 is getting off to our usual banging start. I am surrounded by our wonderful players here. Ensconced, as Dan would say, but Dan's not here, so I will say surrounded. The Dread Clock sits at the blessed hour of 9 on its way to 13. Last time there was a Dread Storm, the train stopped and got a little flooded. Tonight, multiples of 13, not only for you, but also for me, as this is a multiple of 13 episode. I can advance the Dread Clock on these every 13 episodes on these special ones.
Uh-oh.
So the likelihood that we have another Dreadstorm is pretty high, and I've got to tell you guys, I have one free Dreadstorm in the tank ever since I went and socialized with people that everybody keeps forgetting about. Their means of getting me out was that I got to do one free Dreadstorm whenever I wanted.
That's for game 1300.
1300.
Yeah.
Well, the most special game is 169. Because that's 13 times 13.
Nice.
So it wouldn't be 1300. It would probably be what's 169 times 13? That would be the next like special thing. In a base 13 system, that would be 1,000, right? Yeah. 2,197, which would take 24 years to get to, something like that. Okay.
See y'all then.
We're well on our way.
Let's talk a little about what's been going on on this wonderful Dreadland Express in the past few sessions. We have several passengers who are kind of wrapped up in a strange murder plot. A murder mystery game that has real stakes in which people are actually killed. But in this case, something has gone awry and a member of the crew has been killed in what the crew insists is not part of the game. So while Pinwhiff's death was part of something that you guys got to solve with the great detective, who has been established as some kind of shape-shifting abomination that Medina thinks is influenced by different movie genres, or movie things from her own world. They seem to be pastiches of different kinds of detectives. You guys have sort of some murders that are sort of unsolved and confusing. Further complicating matters are some aggressive negative ghosts. Astrid has one inside. Reginald has one in code. Medina has one who really likes being mean to her and trying to kill her while making references to how she left him or something. Everett does not have any ghosts, so he's doing great. And Preston, you're also doing fine. Of the people here, 3 of 5 have ghosts. We also had 2 other passengers on this train, being Zeke and S.A. Rawlings. They have now both disappeared to parts you know not of. They basically, when train was sort of coming up towards Merc Station after having finally gotten started again after a sort of long delay due to a dreadstorm that had occurred, you guys sort of found out you were on your way to Merc, and that sort of caused Rawlings to start realizing that based on a lot of things that Medina has told him about her different experiences, and he even has then said to Medina, so far there are only 2 beings I know of who are sort of special in your way. It's you and it is Etienne. The 2 of you seem to be from somewhere else. You are not native to our world. You are not native to the sort of Dreadlands. Etienne is not an angel from a Dreadland. He's an angel who got trapped in a Dreadland. But there may be others who were brought in from other places. But Zeke and Rawlings have actually been pulled elsewhere, and you guys don't really know the details of that, but viewers are aware that they are in the director's coach where they're being kept safe because they are the honored returned. And Director Vertebral, a sort of ghostly director of a member of the railroad, Director Vertebral, who, now that the conductor has been killed, wants to make sure things are running smoothly, really wants those 2 kept safe. Especially now that the train is pulling up, and we are meeting a distinguished individual who has been telepathically communicating with Everett Plantain, his in a different way than is typically used in like fantasy things. Everett is kind of now Dracula's familiar. He is Dracula's sort of psychically bound servant, who is not collecting blood for Dracula or victims for Dracula, but is more sort of helping him achieve his ends and having a lot of varying kinds of sexual fun in the process. Mainly, it's all about sort of. Is it a withholding relationship? Is there a term for it? You sexperts, tell me out there.
Dane.
I'm not a sexpert.
We need noted sex doctor, Dr. Holden Thane from Theme Party, but he's not here, sadly.
Philip knows everything. He should know this.
That's true. God damn it. Hold on.
Yeah, at least knows more about it than these do.
That's rough. That's rough. Seems hard. Anyway, so the point is, as our group here are awaiting the arrival at Merc, they have lost sort of 2 of their fellow first-class passengers, but now they see on the platform outside that Dracula is standing there alone on what is typically, and what they would expect to be, a busier platform, as Merc is actually a Dreadland that has a rather robust, like, intra-land train system and railroad system.
Are Medina and Astrid still being held like babies because the floor is lava?
You know what? That is actually a good point. Yes, let us set the precise scene of what is going on. The boxer is holding Medina on a chair, standing on a chair. That is because Zeke and Rawlings fell through the floor. They like, it was as if they evaporated straight through the walls. It's a reference to, never mind. So they were pulled down through the floor, at which point, yes, first Reginald scooped up Astrid, jumped up onto a chair to sort of protect his companion, who, for whatever reason, did not want to have a rejuvenating good time in privacy with him, but did go down to the lower class trains to lower class cabins to find someone, and didn't really work out so well for poor Astrid, who still is looking a little gray around the edges. And then Medina was scooped up by the boxer, her de facto bodyguard, and genuinely not like romantic interest.
They are not.
I know. I'm saying that. That's what I'm saying. That's what he's saying. He just like everyone thinks they are, so he just really has to be clear.
Are you sure there's really nothing going on? Like, are you completely sure?
if you asked the boxer that at this moment, he would say, "You can feel me, man. Yeah, I'm fully dead inside. Don't worry. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, gross. Don't say that
I'm
while
not
you're
gonna do
holding
that.
me.
I'm soft as a non-boxer right now, if you know what I mean."
Okay.
Is Everett and Dracula, y'all monogamous? No.
Monogamish. So at
It's
this
a
time,
monogamous.
It's a monogamous, especially.
I'm really thinking, like the Menomina song from the Muppets. I'm just thinking of monogama. Da, 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 da. Okay. At this tableau, as Everett and Preston are standing on the carpet of the first class lounge. Medina and Astrid are being held by two boxers. There we go. Boxers are holding ladies. Other gentlemen are standing on the ground. The train comes to a stop, and Dracula is out there, sort of seeking Everett. We should also mention that the Prince of Darkness has come here specifically because Everett told him that Etienne was on this train. Which is, well, based on a very bad luck roll from Everett at a previous game, not precisely the case. So, will there be some bad fallout from that? One doesn't know in this game. But what one does know is that before we can finally begin playing, I must read the invocation for this landmark. I have to keep saying landmark. For this really big deal, 130 sessions. It's a lot of sessions.
It's 130 of them.
It is 130 of them.
It's like more than 100.
It is. It's 30 more than 100.
30 more.
Shocking.
Even I knew that math.
No way.
So, at this, our 130th session, I'm going to read the invocation for tonight's episode of Blood from a Stone, a tale of love and dread in RPG. And, I'm gonna... Okay. Changing the music behind this, I want something a little more atmospheric. Now, I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world as one, and I believe it could be. Someday it's going to come, 'cause out on the edge of the darkness, there rides the peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country. Come take me home again. So. The train stops. Dracula gives it a long look up and down. Everett gives you sort of a nod, and you do remember that Dracula said something to you, though he is present now, so he probably can act on it himself, but he told you don't let anyone off the train until I arrive. He doesn't want Etienne slipping away. Dracula begins stalking toward one of the train doors. Perhaps not your exact car, but one nearby. And as this happens, the boxer will break the silence unless anyone thinks they would have sort of spoken immediately, but the boxer will say to Medina, we gotta get out of here right now. You're muted. You're muted, honey. What the hell? Jesus. God,
Sorry,
the simplest
okay.
thing, the one thing I need you, I finally need you to talk. And oh my God.
Okay. Sorry. Just had something in my throat. Jeez.
Yeah, I bet you did. Medina. Now, here's the thing, Medina. Will you please make a luck roll for me?
God damn it.
And this determines which side Dracula is entering on. If you roll well on luck, Dracula will be coming from behind, which means you guys could maybe, well, we'll see about it.
I rolled a 12.
You rolled a 12. Then
I
with your beautiful luck, Dracula is sort of stepping kind of behind this train, which means that your cabins, and in particular, all those dread coins in that bag, are ahead of you, not where Dracula is going. So, the boxer saying this is going to sort of set you down, and the two of them begin walking very swiftly towards the sort of front doors of this car. Yes, Reginald?
I was going to say, I'll also put Astrid down.
Okay.
Just gingerly in a chair. And just say to her, Lady St. James, forgive me for being so forward. Your presence is just so magnetic, I just couldn't help myself.
No, not a problem, Reggie. Is that really Dracula out there?
Ooh. Oh yeah, do I know Dracula?
Reginald, you probably really don't know Dracula. I think
like as a fictional character,
like,
or
I wouldn't know that either. Right?
Roll a Preston, Astrid. You will be familiar with the fictional character. Preston and Reginald, please roll a D13. So D13, or in your case, Reginald, roll a D20 until you're. You guys will actually have and you will even in fact have slightly different barriers to this.
I got a 12.
A 12. You are familiar with a very old book about someone named Dracula.
7.
A 7. Preston, I'm going to say you might have, the name sounds familiar, but it sounds familiar, but you couldn't even place, neither of you would know Dracula is necessarily a vampire. Reginald, you probably suspect he is a monster of some kind. Preston, you are more like, is that a guy from a song? I don't know.
Do I know what a vampire is?
You know what a vampire is, yes.
All right.
You have seen things on the map.
that.
Yes.
Dracula, he's from those old books, a children's monster or something like that.
He's a vampire, love.
Oh,
Not-
yeah.
Vampire, yes.
He's not the real one. He was just summoned. He's actually a character. He nothing to be afraid of.
Everett, at this point, the boxer and Medina are at the door. They're leaving.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my! Oh my god! I just saw a baby in here. A baby by itself.
Everett, please look under your will and make a deceive roll.
Is he just doing this in front of us without looking at anything, or like?
He kind of looked back around,
Yeah, he's doing some it's like looking under a cushion or something. Yeah.
Everett, are you having a
a tough
stroke or something?
Yeah, this is a real tough one for you, Everett.
Wait, did I get it? Okay, I got a 44. What is it?
He got it.
Yeah, baby. Baby.
I will say that the boxer does pause for a moment. Say, "Fucking baby, what?"
It's a
Medina,
baby.
speak
Like
up.
I didn't see any babies.
I don't think
no,
you're right.
I think it might be like a ghost baby or something that's related to the murder.
Okay,
Yeah.
no.
No, I mean
we're
like
going.
it's going to be
Medina
murdered
will,
if we don't save it.
Yeah.
No, you can't leave.
Isn't it a ghost already? How do you murder a
No,
ghost?
it will be a ghost. I see the future.
Has anyone else seen a baby?
What?
I don't.
You
see
can't hear
baby.
it?
I'm so
Hear
sorry.
it.
No. Oh no.
Is this working on us?
Yeah, it's.
You all, with the deception he has rolled, you all believe that he thinks he's seen a baby. Now, if he starts making the sound himself, I would say that would give people pause to sort of react as they would like to. But you definitely think there's something that he's up to. But Medina, I will sort of, the boxer is kind of since the boxer has been traveling with Everett, he's pausing. If Everett's saying there's a baby, the boxer's like, am I going to punch another baby?
Ghost baby. I don't want to mess with any more ghosts. Let's go.
All right.
Ghosts, vampires.
The
Maybe.
baby's innocent.
Also, and she'll pull the boxer in and she'll say, the bees. Remember the bees? Let's go.
He's lying. I gotcha. Yeah, sure. So, Everett, so unless you want to physically intercede or try again, they are leaving this carriage.
Do we? Everett been having conversations with Dracula this whole time?
He doesn't talk. Sometimes he'll just stare off weirdly, but I mean, that's not the weirdest behavior that's going on.
I thought he was just like that.
Yeah.
Everett just wants to say to Dracula, I'm trying to keep him here. They're trying to get off. I'm doing my best, boss.
Does he say that out loud, or is it?
He does not. It is a psychic call out.
Okay.
And like a second later, with like Medina and the Boxer still like leaving the room, the door flies open on the other side, and mist sort of form, and what you see in its place is sort of like the classic Lugosi-esque widow's peaked black cloak, large collar, red ribbon with a gold emblem in a fine evening suit. Dracula sort of stepping into the room and sort of calling out to Medina and the Boxer, saying, "My friends, you would not be leaving before you have a chance to say hello, would you?"
I want to whisper to Astrid and just inquire, you know more about this Dracula than me. Is he a friendly person? Is he polite, cordial?
I think I turn to Reggie, and I say, "We have nothing the two of us, we have nothing that we can give him. He is a powerful monster, but I worry that he will have no use of us, and once he sees no use for us, dispose of us as he pleases. So either we become his allies, and prove ourselves useful, or we leave."
So we're taking the path of diplomacy.
Yes.
I would hate to miss anyone aboard the train. Hello, Everett. It is good to see you again. Miss Medina Lake, was it? I remember you briefly from Darkmoor College. You were a student there before you absconded.
Yeah, I don't go there anymore.
I see. What led to your departure?
Oh, didn't offer the credits I needed to graduate, so just decided to bail. See what the real world's like. Travel, take a sabbatical, and she's gonna like look at the Boxer like, what do I say?
And my Mistwalker friend. I also encountered you very briefly at the college, did I not? Boxer says, yeah, that's right. You know, the two of you left. There were many Mistwalkers around at the time, amidst other indignities that Darkmoor College has suffered of late. A rather large collection of money, a cache of currency, was taken right out from under the library. The fugitive was seen in the area, and as such, there are many who claim it was this fugitive who stole the dread coins from the school's endowment. Have either of you seen this fugitive since departing paradise?
Was there a description?
The Boxer says, the fugitive was in paradise, yeah, at a bowling alley. So last time I saw her. Interesting. So you can confirm what I've already heard of her presence. Well, please come, sit, let us catch up. And let me be introduced to my other fellow passengers. At this point, kind of like Director Vertebral is like rushing into the room from behind. Dracula seems to have gotten here quickly. And kind of Director Vertebral says, Count, we were going to give you a private... Nonsense! I would love to sit and get to know my fellow passengers aboard your train. He turns to Preston. I am Count Dracula, and you, my friend.
Preston Bull. Pleasure to meet you,
Preston
Mr. Dracula.
Bullock. It is good to meet you as well. You are not a man of refinement, I can tell, but you seem to nevertheless possess a noble bearing and even keel.
Take that as a compliment. Thank you very much, sir.
Ah, but here I find some more noble types. Dracula passes Everett and just like almost lets his cape brush Everett as he passes. He looks at Reginald. Sir.
With my gentlemanly etiquette and manners, can I just give like the most elegant bow?
I think you certainly could. And we can even because you're go ahead and make a charm roll. You have a pretty
Okay.
big modifier for charm.
42.
Yes, with it you kind of do a very gracious bow, and Dracula actually kind of like, he doesn't bow sort of as low as you do, but he does a pretty sort of, he offers you respect with his bow in return.
That's a greeting, sir. Your distinguished presence inspires much awe and stirs much curiosity.
You honor me with such a description, Mr. Smuggles. And can you please introduce me to the lady?
I can introduce myself.
Oh, can you now?
Astrid sticks out her hand to be kissed.
Dracula takes it
Mm-hmm.
and then looks at her. Oh.
She looks at him.
He looks at me.
My dear, you seem a bit hungry.
I am very hungry.
Hmm.
Her eyes flash red.
Indeed. Unfortunately for you, there are those of us with large appetites, and there is not always enough left for others who would dine.
Perhaps we can make an arrangement, you and I.
He leans in and says, perhaps, but unlikely.
Your loss.
I think it will be yours. He turns back around, sort of flourishes his cape, kind of snaps to Everett, and Everett, you kind of, think you probably should move a chair for him to kind of sit down.
Oh, yeah. Everett gets a chair for Dracula. I'd love you to sit here and meet my friends. Everybody's nice.
As he sits down, kind of like the back of his hand sort of brushes like the top of your leg on the side of it, just in a sort of whatever way. But he kind of just stares at Medina and says, Miss Lake, you are not trying to leave now that the party has finally started, are you?
Well, I figured it would be impolite.
Oh, it would be more than impolite.
Astrid, after Dracula, basically didn't take her up on the offer for making a deal, Astrid, Reginald feels Astrid, slowly to put her hand in his and squeeze hard.
Okay, perfect.
That's all.
I guess I'll pick up on that. I'm guessing I didn't hear their conversation between her and Dracula, or
no, they were talking they were kind
okay.
of, yeah. I think, however, you could probably read, well, let me look here. Your detect vibe and read person are sort of high enough, your gauges on those are high enough, that you probably had a pretty clear sense the conversation was not going how Astrid was hoping it would.
I'll squeeze her hand back and just give her a look, just knowing, I got you. You're the priority. I'll get you out of here safe.
So, my friends, I hear that we may have further distinguished passengers on board.
I believe there's a detective roaming around somewhere.
A detective, you say? This is not the one I speak of, but it is someone I would not mind meeting.
Well, all you have to do is say, I'm the greatest detective in the world.
Roll a d13.
Summoning Beetlejuice.
What you'd love to roll is 6, 9, 11, or 12. That's the only ones I haven't
11.
seen.
11, baby.
11? You rolled 11? All right. Okay. This is not 11. Oh my god. This is all right. I'm not 100% confident on this one, on the voice on this one, okay? All right, y'all. The door opens though, and suddenly there is a little monsterling wearing like a kind of like a suit. She has kind of like a kind of just like a little old-fashioned haircut, sort of, but not like super old-fashioned. To Medina, old-fashioned. She is wearing a suit of some kind, and it has a real like shoulder pad kind of vibe to it. She's got that sort of that like 80s, 90s sort of shape in women's wear. She also has a little badge hanging from her thing, but she sort of walks in and says, "We got a new arrival. There's a new arrival here."
Well, yes, I would, Detective, I would love for you to meet the distinguished guest, Count Dracula.
Oh, Count Dracula? Hi, Count Dracula. I'm Corinne Sparrow. It's nice to meet you.
Does Medina recognize this one?
This is an interesting one. Lauren, if you recognize it, I'll say Medina does. Do you recognize it?
Wait, is it Scout from To Kill a Mockingbird?
No.
No? Okay, never mind.
Corinne Sparrow? Yeah, I'm a special agent. Well, Count Dracula. It's very, very nice to meet you. And Dracula almost instinctively goes, "Hello, Corinne." She says, "Oh, yeah, well, well, your arrival here really complicates things further, sir, but we do have an active situation. There is someone who has been harmed right now, and we really need to figure out who has sort of done all of this, and we are going to need to..." Yes, Lauren?
No, from Hannibal. Silence of the Lambs.
That's correct, yes. Okay. Just really trying to do my
Oh,
Clarice.
Silence of the Lambs.
She is not, no, it's she's wearing like shoulder pads and like, "Hello, doctor, hello,
Okay.
Hello, Count," yeah. Mm-hmm.
Before you did the accent, I thought it was Scully.
Yeah. It would have been good.
This is your fault, Philip.
It's fair.
But yeah, now I recognize.
Well, yes, but there are people killed, and we're worrying about that there may be more victims soon. So I just do want to make sure that although your arrival does sort of is certainly a big deal. Dracula says, "Detective, you are not who I was expecting. You are not human." "Oh, no, sir, I'm not." Dracula sort of turns back and says, "I am unfamiliar with this great detective. I am confused."
Well, we've been confused this entire time as well. It keeps morphing into different detectives depending on the vibe. And like one day it was like this little Batman type guy, and
Stop, Everett. Do you mean shifting?
well, that is one way to describe it. Yes.
I'm not shifting, sir. I'm just Corinne. I'm just Corinne
They
Sparrow.
do not seem. They do not seem to notice when they shift.
It's almost like they have multiple personalities all rolled
Oh,
up into
well,
one.
wait, you're talking about multiple personalities. Sometimes killers do have multiple personalities. Sometimes that is a presenting problem with the serial, but I'm not sure that's exactly what we're dealing with today, ma'am.
At this
do we
point,
know-
Medina is gonna like elbow the boxer and be like, "She's from Silence of the Lambs. It's Clarice Starling or whatever."
Silence of the Lambs? What the Medina?
Yeah, it's a movie.
Are you
I'll tell you. I think you'd like it. It's really good.
Is there boxing in it?
No.
Oh, he seems to deflate a little bit. But as Corinne is kind of sort of looking at Dracula and he's sort of staring back, he'll say, "Detective, though you are clearly in the midst of a important investigation, there is another matter of detection I could use your assistance with. It will, suffice it to say, make things go much more smoothly. It will make the unpleasantness that might arise from my arrival here unnecessary. I need to find another guest aboard this train, another luminary figure. He kind of looks at the group and says, "Where is Etienne Rene?"
He's not here.
Dracula looks at Medina.
Seen him.
Well, I mean, at least as far as I know.
You are not.
Well, so Dracula, there may have been a mix-up. I have to be transparent with you right now. There may have been a mix-up where Etienne Rene apparently killed a couple people aboard this train, and it was assumed he was the murderer aboard this train. Now,
So you have not seen Etienne. He kind of turns to Everett, and there's just like rage on his just this pointed.
Well, I did not see him with my eyes, but I felt that he was here.
Director. And the director kind of walks in. So you guys got this cabin's crowded. There's a skeleton in a suit. There's a Dracula in a chair. You're all here. The boxer would be near the door, like, ooh, we gotta run, but Dracula will catch us. And Boxer's like, I don't know how hard I can punch. His fangs are sharp. And now there's this Corinne Sparrow is just in here, kind of, sort of like this, and but Everett, Dracula sort of stares at you, and then he turns to the director and says, "Director Vertebral, is there an angel aboard this train?" Everett, at this time, this is pretty important for you. Would you please roll a d13?
No,
Yeah, baby.
I'm nervous either way.
11.
And it is at this point, as Director Vertebral says, an angel, sir. Well, that is, we typically do not disclose our passengers, but in your case, allow me to check the registry. And he sort of goes back and picks up a book and starts looking and says, there were no angels checked into the first class cabins.
Mr. Dracula, what exactly are you looking for? Or why are you looking for Mr. Etienne? Perhaps our goals align. If he is the killer, we are trying to find out who's murdering all these people on this train.
If he is a murderer, I have no care for what he has done. I care only for what he has taken from me.
What has he taken from you?
Does it matter? Anyone who takes anything from me, even one drop of life, one tiny iota of soul from a living being that should otherwise be drunk through the blood by my fangs, steals from me.
I hear your words.
Good.
Preston just says, like, sounds already like, I'm starting to think that this Dracula fellow might not be the nicest guy.
Yeah.
I see.
I want to whisper to Preston, did he mention that he drinks blood?
Yeah, I think I caught that too.
It does.
I'm sure we didn't mishear. He said I don't know, he it drinks it's a blood or something. I don't know.
Have you not heard of a vampire?
He's a
I mean,
vampire.
Kind of. What?
Dracula's, of course, so basically the three of them are chatting, and Medina's leaning over from the door, and the boxer's, judging angles and still doesn't like it, because Dracula is now sort of pacing like a tiger, just kind of slowly, real Darth Maul behind the energy wall vibes, as he's kind of looking from Everett, but, looking over at Director Vertebral at the door. Director Vertebral, meanwhile, is picking up a phone and asking some questions. And, God, an 11 is a pretty darn lucky roll.
I mean, do we need to stay here with him if he's looking for Etienne and we're not wanting to be around him? It sounds like our goals don't a line,
You
or is
are
he just holding us here?
You are welcome to attempt to leave. But
Oh.
he seemed to not like he like Medina and the boxer, he kind of made them come back in.
Gotcha. Okay.
But sort of as Dracula's kind of stalking for a moment, Director Vertebral hangs up the phone and says, "Forgive me, Count. As it happens, there is an angel aboard the train." And at this point, we're going to cut elsewhere. Lauren, if you would please turn to Sarah.
No way.
Wow.
Yes, and,
No
Okay.
And I believe, I'm sorry to everyone else, you guys are going to pause for just a moment here. Lauren is going to turn to Sarah. And my friend Moses, you are going to turn to Solomon. But, well, Solomon's situation is not perhaps... Solomon's situation is a little different. For Solomon has undergone some transformations. Because Solomon was both bit by the ghoul and also by Sarah, so Solomon is kind of no longer a sort of
Human.
He's definitely not a human, but whether or not. So basically, we now cut not to the lower class cabins, but we cut to the cargo cars, in which there is a cargo sort of like container. And in this cargo container are Sarah Quill, Solomon, the ghoul, and Etienne Renee, who holds a bundle about a foot, a square, flat sort of square foot under his arm. As he sort of, Etienne is kind of there just sort of smoking and saying, "It is unfortunate that I cannot travel in better accommodation right now, but rest assured, this is a better way to travel. We are very secret and safe right now. But I would like to know where we have stopped. Ghoul, can you smell anything?" The ghoul is kind of like, "Oh man, yeah." The ghoul, remember, is now in color and has this kind of like weird persona, both of his hunger for dead flesh, but also his love of rock and roll. So the ghoul kind of goes to like the edge of this little shipping container, which is lit purely by Etienne's natural glowing ambience. That is how you guys have light in here. And Etienne, the ghoul goes up to the corner and just kind of sniffs.
It smells old-fashioned, man. I smell smoke and oil and fancy things, and also stink.
Etienne thinks and says, "I believe that means we are in Merc." "Why, my darling?"
Merkshire.
"Well, yes, the large city therein. Back where you are from." "But this is not where we are to get off. No. We are going somewhere more interesting now that I have this, are we not? Now that you have unlocked the ghoul and all his power, yes. We are going somewhere far more interesting than your old home, right, my dear?"
Of course, my love.
Solomon, you are probably like chewing on like the foot of some person who they grabbed for you and Sarah to eat. You know, Sarah got the blood, you and the ghoul got the body.
Is Solomon like beholden to Sarah in any way?
No, Solomon is really beholden to the ghoul because that was sort of the first bites.
Oh, so I'm a ghoul.
You're kind of a ghoul with a little bit of vampire. He's a little beholden to you, Sarah, but he's more beholden to. There's a weird vibe with old Solomon here, old Solomon Ortega. But as he's kind of looking at this vibe, Etienne is kind of just sitting there and smoking and saying, "Solomon, can you possibly chew any quieter, my friend?"
Oh, of course, but if I chew quieter, I have to move my hips more. It's one or the other, you know?
You'll get used to it. This new way of eating. While I don't eat that way, I did have to learn to not.
I'm still not used to it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be like him, am I? He's a
You'd
little.
be so lucky, wouldn't you?
And you do feel this overwhelming kind of like deference to the ghoul.
You and the only reason that I haven't smashed you into pieces is because you're gonna be an amazing backup dancer.
I mean, that is true.
Featured dancer, even. You gotta find us another guy soon.
And Etienne says, "Don't worry, I can find you a guy at any time. I do, however, wish that the train would get moving. I am confident, but I grow restless in this car." What about you, wife? Do you grow restless?
I'm quite content. Thank you, my love.
I should hope you should be content. You have done something amazing. You have found the ghoul for us. You have found what the ghoul possesses for us. You are a very resourceful woman. And yet I sense that you are still frustrated with me for our time in Dartmoor.
Oh, I'm not. This is just a new situation for me. Traveling in a storage container with such company.
Is it, my dear? Sarah, please make a deception roll.
Damn it.
Did Solomon hear the two of them say that?
I think so, yes.
I just want to whisper, "Would he cheat?"
Oh, it's called fast talk in this system, sorry.
Wait, I can't even find her. Hold on.
She's
on.
the third one over.
I forgot to switch sheets.
Yeah.
Wait, there is.
It's the Sarah Quill COC. It should be the third one from the left.
Oh, it's an 88, and that's a fail.
It's a fail. Perfect. Well, you know what? An 88 is a great roll for my purposes. So, but Solomon, if you were about to say something, please do so.
I was just saying to myself, how did this one work again? The rolls?
It's a D100. So it's the same system, but in this one, you just want to roll low.
Okay.
So as Etienne kind of looks at Sarah and says, "A wife does not lie to her husband, my dear."
Yes, well, it is not appropriate to speak of certain things in in public spaces.
Oh, well.
Like cheating.
The ghoul and Solomon are, I do not consider them. They can be spoken in front of freely, can't you, my friends? The ghoul's like, I just care about the music. When can I sing again? When we are not trying to keep a low profile, my friend. Sarah, my darling, this marriage is not going to work if you keep things from me. So you will voice your complaint. I can explain to you why it is wrong, and we can move on, yes?
Well, why don't we just skip to me being wrong and not have the discussion at all?
Because you will not learn anything.
I want Solomon to be like a first-class instigator. Say, "Stand up for yourself, girl."
Ghoul, can you see to your backup dancer? And the ghoul goes, sure. And the ghoul kind of walks over to you, Solomon, and just like punches you in the stomach, which causes some more of your flesh to fall out and the flesh you just ate to fall out. And he'll go,
No sassing the angel. He's our biggest backer. He's a big-time record producer, don't you get it?
Can I put these back in, or
Just kind of stuff him up. Just behave yourself.
Etienne watches them and kind of then turns back to Sarah and says, "You were saying, my dear, please, you can speak freely to me. I am your husband. You trust me, yes?"
Of course. All of my life I've been dismissed and underestimated, and you were about to dismiss me. in every way possible. And I'm just wondering. And she'll lean in and put her hand on his thigh
Mhm.
and say, "What can I do to ensure that that doesn't happen again?"
My dear, you are never going to be dismissed. You need to build up your, confidence. If you are worthy of me, I will never leave you. I am an angel. My judgment is infallible.
And how do I become more worthy
You do
than I
not.
already?
My dear Sarah, you are already worthy. Look at what you have done. We have bested this Dracula. We have escaped with what we truly need. We are on our way to somewhere where we can change everything.
Yes, and what else do you need? How can I become more formidable?
Formidable you wish to be.
I want to help you.
I am glad of this, because I want for you to be formidable. I want my wife to be someone who is strong. And what happened at Darkmoor served our purposes, even with you becoming low in the hierarchy for a moment, yes. You played a valuable role. You antagonized Wednesday, a most uninspired figure. She thought she was putting one over on us, did she not? She thought she was winning, and this allowed us to achieve a true victory, did it not, my dear?
Yes, however, next time I would like to be apprised of what is going on.
My darling, in a situation I cannot always tell you everything. But if you trust
You can always tell me everything. Are we not to be honest with each other?
Oh, we are. Forgive me, my darling, and please don't be so emotional. What I'm saying to you is that there may be a situation in which there is no opportunity to tell you what I'm thinking. But if you trust that my heavenly mind, my intellect was forged in the golden light of heaven. Do you understand that? I am divinely intelligent. Which means if I put a plan in motion, you can trust it. And if you see me with another woman, it seems like I am trying to make you jealous, know that I am not. What I'm doing is I'm trying to make her think I'm trying to make you jealous, so that she plays into our hands, and eventually something breaks far better than I ever could have expected, which is precisely what you have done by bringing me, again, the ghoul and this album. Something I have not seen in a very long time. So my little Angelique, you must not doubt me. I will not doubt you. Only if you lose faith in yourself will I lose faith in you. Do you understand? So to be formidable, you simply must continue to do what I say, yeah?
Of course, my love.
Now kiss me. Show me that you love me.
She will.
That's how it's done, fellas.
Solomon hearing that, he's gonna throw up part of whatever dead body he's eating.
He like eats it, just like it's like falling out the bottom of his stomach in his mouth, and the ghoul's just like better out than in. Actually, but still better in. And he picks up whatever you did.
You on both counts. You to action and you to him eating vomit.
It was never digested. It's just kind of chewed up.
Oh God. I'm so mad.
Oh, he's so good. In any case,
Here's a question: if Sarah smokes, will she catch on fire because she's made of leaves?
her leaves are like if honestly, fucking fun answer. Oh my God, I'm so into this. Sarah, holy shit. If you don't drink enough blood, you become flammable.
Oh no!
When you're full of blood, your leaves are all like nice and like nice and like wet and verdant and lush. But when you haven't had enough, you really could catch fire. Oh damn, what a hard life. All right. So, in any case, as Etienne makes his wife kiss him because he's... Come on. But worse than Jake, though? Come on. As that happens, we're going to cut back to the first class cabin. So Lauren and Moses, sorry, you guys are doing a little bit of dual charactering here today. But as this happens, Dracula sort of stands and hears this from Director Vertebral, who's kind of saying to him, there is in fact a cargo container. It was picked up oh, I see, it was one of our we have a certain service where we can pick up cargo on the move, and this was paid for. Well, in any event, this was a priority pickup. We actually diverted the train to get it. So, it does... There is an angel inside one of the cargo containers, along with, it appears, a vampire and 2 ghoulish creatures.
Oh my god, I fucking knew it.
Dracula says...
I told you guys.
He kind of turns to Everett and says, you have done well.
Thank you, Dracula. Thank you.
You have done very well. I want you to... Oh. That well.
Like that well?
Actually...
You know what? I think we should leave you guys alone. We're just gonna...
You should not. Miss Lake, I would not want you and your friend the Boxer to accidentally get off the train. I would not want any of you. He kind of looks at Astrid and says, well, you are welcome to leave.
Well, what about on purpose? Leaving
the train? Well, on purpose, this would be considered an affront to me. But the rest of you, if you wish to disembark, you may. I, in fact... Actually, Medina, Boxer, it is possible that Everett and I... Director, please hold the train for a while longer. Director says, very well. I am not sure that I will be staying on once I go to this cargo container. But we shall see how things go there. Everett? Go ahead, Astrid.
Does Astrid pick up on his, like, I can leave as he does not see me as food?
Yes, basically he's like, Dracula is not like, I'm gonna kill you just for being here, but like, Dracula is like, if I catch you draining anyone of life, I'm gonna be like, nope, everyone belongs to me. So if you run away, he'll be fine with that.
Right, because I'm not prey.
Precisely.
Okay.
As Etienne would say.
Okay. Okay.
God, Etienne is God, he's so fucking cool. Like, I should teach classes on like the pickup methods.
I am so mad.
I'm so sorry.
So hard to play.
Well,
I'm just glad that Sarah is now not for that, because that's slightly easier to play.
Well, we might be getting to an interesting energy here. So as Dracula sort of looks at all of you and says, yes, perhaps you are free to depart. But I would prefer everyone stay where I know where they are until I return from the cargo. He travels like no better than livestock. He runs for he is scared. He takes the wife he has stolen from me, for all vampire brides should be mine, are they not? And he rushes away with a being who is the pet of one of my own brides. And property he has taken. What do you think I'm going to do to him, Everett?
Well, you're gonna make him your bitch.
Yes, and not in the way that I will make you mine. He will suffer as much as you will receive pleasure.
Oh my god, I hope he suffers like so much.
Oh, he will suffer 2 or 3 times.
Well, maybe like 10 or 11 times.
Everett, sometimes I fear that you overestimate your own stamina. You are only a mortal man after all.
Well, I've been around the block, Dracula.
Not my block. Dracula's not smoking. What am I doing? So in any case, yeah, go ahead, Reginald.
And Reginald, like kneel down next to Astrid, just gently hold her hand and just ask her, like, does does Dracula have the means to help you in your current predicament? Because I don't wish to be forward or comment on the looks of a lady, but it seems something is going on that I do not quite understand.
Listen, as long as he's on this train, I will continue to not be able to get better. As long as he's laid claim to every soul and every drop of blood and life on my travels, I will not be able to get better. And the second that I try to get better, I become his enemy. So either we find a way to leave, or
We help Dracula fulfill his goal so we can leave.
Exactly. And I don't think he's going to take too kindly to me leaving, but if I don't have him leave and I don't feed in the next few days, I will not be okay. But it is certainly not me killing the people on this train, and I wouldn't be killing the people that I would be feeding on. But he would.
I guess hearing that, Reginald will get up, and I think he wants to talk to Dracula.
Okay. Dracula is kind of like, he's kind of looking at Everett, but now Reginald sets up to him, but he kind of looks at you with this look of like, but he says, "Can I help you, sir?"
Good Count. In the spirit of camaraderie, if I could be of any assistance to you in any sort of way in your endeavor, I would be happy to offer my services.
You seem to be a strong individual, but you do not contain the blood in your heart, which makes a man hearty and worthy in my estimation. You contain more oil, lubricants, coolants, things of this nature. But your offer is much appreciated. For now, I will tell you simply, enjoy whatever luxuries this train provides. I shall call on you when I have need of you. If I have need of you.
Oh, bully, good sir.
Very good. Everett, come with me. I want you to witness what I do to those who wrong me, so that you will feel the true contrast with what I do to those who do right by me. That is you. You understand. He begins to walk out, and he looks back at Medina and says, "Please, don't go anywhere. I would not want to be offended." Dracula and Everett then leave.
What do I do?
The boxer goes, "Ooh, man. All right, gang. So, everybody in here, because, like, Everett, I guess, Everett and that guy are definitely fucking, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Clearly.
I could tell that.
Indubitably.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Yes.
or conspicuously, like, not fucking, whatever is going on is something. All right, so check it out. Here's the situation, gang.
She's in his bed.
Sorry, what, Astrid?
I mean, look at Everett's. Every time Dracula's come near.
Oh yeah, they're totally fucking. It's weird. When did he have time for that?
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
don't know.
I couldn't tell you, Medina, but we gotta focus up. I'm beginning to think that Everett might have been with us the whole time at Dracula's urging. Ha, that's a problem. So,
Well, he can't be like after me, right?
I think he's just after whatever. I think he also
Okay.
knows that.
Well,
I think he's after Etienne.
I think that he also knows that we took that Money.
Okay, well, technically it's yours, right? That's what you've been saying all along.
Is there an E or is it MONY? I genuinely. Is there one with pony?
MONE.
Okay, listen, check it. So guys, I'm gonna tell you the situation right now. Staying on the train means Dracula has you sort of where he knows where you are, and if he wants anything to do with you, staying on the train maybe isn't the best plan. Running means you've done what he told you not to do, So he might come after you, but also you might not be the biggest thing on his stuff. And I mean, come on, it's just like, even though he's like a really powerful vampire guy, I don't, I mean, even though he can, if Everett's not with us, I think we're safer.
Listen,
So-
I'm all for leaving this train because clearly I'm not
Yeah.
going
All right.
to be in.
Wait,
Yes.
Great.
Something
why?
tells me you're not going to be that easy.
What's that?
Something tells me it's not going to be that easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
well,
like me, Astrid, and Preston are the only people that he's going to be after, right? Because
Reginald. I mean, he told everyone to stay. Actually, he
He
told
told
Astrid
me
to go. He said you could
I
go.
can
You should
leave.
just go. I think you should go. Astrid, I think what you should do is you should run, and you should run in one direction, and Medina and I run in another direction, and everybody just hopes they get lucky. That's what we're doing.
No,
what?
I gotta say, that's got a really low chance of working out.
Wait, why did he say that you could leave, Astrid?
Yeah, why did he say you could leave?
I'm not exactly a blood bag like you for him to feed on.
Are you an android too?
No,
No offense,
No.
Reggie.
not
None
exactly
taken.
an android. No, not exactly human either.
So what are you a bag of?
That
Can just
seems
ask
creepy.
somebody what their bags
Exactly.
I
are.
would like to. Can I aggressively approach the boxer
You can.
and just say that's not the way you talk to a lady?
Reggie, I feel like this isn't going to go well for you. It didn't go well for you last time either.
Listen,
Don't worry, Preston. I let him hit me last time.
Well, he's hitting you this time too, because I just rolled a 13, friends.
You roll a 13? Wait, I can't counter roll a dodge?
Not with the boxer, you can't.
Man, that's lame.
What you can roll is you can certainly roll the resist injury. So you got like a 50-50 shot on a resist injury.
Hold on, let me switch.
But I do have to roll a 13 to see if there's a horror surge.
roll that 13. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Oh, it was so close, but it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It wound up being a 5. When I just rolled it now, it was a 13, but that wasn't a roll. That was a set down. Damn it! But I did get 1. Haha, 1 for Philip. We're at 10, everybody. All right, Reggie, what did you get on your resist injury?
48.
48. Wow. Really just right on the cusp there. Okay, cool. So, Reggie with a 48 you will take so this will be rough, but since you succeeded, you'll take only a third. Go ahead and lose 4 more power.
Okey-doke.
But you do like kind of as you just like sort of have to do that because as you approach the boxer aggressively, this is largely because the boxer is already on his guard against you. You know, since you attack. So like as he approaches, he just like kind of like decks you. If you want to go at him now, you're welcome to. But I mean, he's in a serious way, and now he's in like a full fighting stance, like ready. And as you kind of just like stagger back. Once again, flesh ripped off face, exposing both blood and steel.
Can Astrid get between them?
You can.
Okay. What do I need to roll something?
No, you can just step between them. That's fine.
Okay. Astrid like gets between them and like is like basically like, gentlemen, there's no need to fight over this. I understand the curiosity. My appearance is changing. I'm missing for hours. Look, have you ever made a deal before you really understood what the entirety of the deal would entail?
Maybe.
College loans. Yeah.
Tailored pants, yes.
Tailored pants are definitely. You can't sit down. You can't sit down in tailored pants. But when I was much younger, and bigger starlet than I am now, I made a deal to stay young, and I didn't really understand what the entire deal was about and the brevity of the deal I was making. But in order to stay alive, I have to drain the life souls of willing creatures. Not entirely, though. Just enough. And as long as Dracula's here, I can't exactly do that because he's laid claim to every single drop of blood here, but I'm not.
Oh, you're a vamp. You're a vamp.
No, it's not exactly like that. It's
I'm not holding it against you. Like, you've been super nice about it and haven't. What are you, if you're not?
You know, in lots of different lore, I'm called different things, but ultimately, and she, I think it's, I can show you.
I don't want anything to be sucked.
No.
Me.
No.
I feel like you could have phrased
God,
that
Medina,
better.
think about the words you say, because I like clearly Astrid's some kind of monster, and Reggie still wants to kill you because of that ghost or whatever that was. She was.
Can Astrid enchant Medina, but like not in a aggressive, just like, can't you just try?
You can certainly start doing some charming on Medina,
Okay.
but you know what? Actually,
Oh no!
as you open that charming up, I've kind of been waiting for the moment to do
yeah.
this. But as you open that charming up, as you begin to access that magic,
Okay.
Astrid, I would like for you to roll a resist coercion. But there is going to be a widening of this because you're, or a narrowing of this because you're distracted.
Resist
So go ahead and make your resist coercion roll. But I am narrowing your gauge. I'm so sorry. I'm narrowing up by
Where
a full
is
10.
it?
It's
Oh, fuck,
so
okay.
just roll a d100. You need to roll between a 35 to 65.
Okay. 37.
37. You just got in there. So basically, Astrid, you feel the presence in you trying to take over. And what the presence is saying is,
Oh no.
warn my husband! Warn my husband, you bitch!
Wait, what is she saying? You cut. Wait. What?
She's saying, warn my husband.
Oh.
Wait.
So Astrid, as you begin to do that, you guys see Astrid resist this kind of momentary ghostly vibe. Reginald, in the meantime, as you're sort of sitting there, you also feel Sibelia in your head saying, hey Reginald, baby, I think that my baby is thinking about her ex right now. I don't like the energy I'm getting. Maybe let's go ahead and start a fight with this boxer to distract her, huh? What do you say, baby? Let's get into a fight. Come on, you can take him, can't you? You can take all of them, can't you?
I guess I'll type back to her in my head.
Yeah, sure.
Now my dear ghost friend, I think we can use our words instead of our fists.
All right, but
that's
just
always.
Then use your sweet words in this your body of yours. Just do not let my beloved Deliria do anything crazy.
I'll rush to Astrid, who
Okay.
I guess is being coerced, and just say, everyone, let's all keep our heads cool. She's the ghost inside of her as well is clearly doing something. No need to panic.
Can we see anything that's going on the outside of Astrid?
Astrid just seems to be like you saw Astrid swoon a little, and Astrid is still in control. Reginald's now gripping her, but Astrid,
Well, not gripping.
I would say
or holding, clasping, yeah.
Okay, so I would say
Supporting.
Astrid went to take Medina's hand
Okay.
or cheek in her
Sure. One of these,
show.
one of these.
Yeah, to show what the feeling is and demonstrate, and then went from about to do that to full blown having an argument in her head, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Astrid,
Okay.
and basically in your head, the ghost in you is saying, warn him, you have to warn him, he's gonna get killed, warn him right now.
I don't understand. Who are you talking about?
My husband, he's the angel, you idiot, warn him.
The angel. Oh, Etienne?
Yes!
This man's a cheater.
Warn him! He's a widower.
Oh, I mean, Dracula is looking for him and has laid claim to all the souls in this train. I don't exactly understand.
And at this point, my friends, I'm triggering a dreadstorm.
Fuck!
Ah!
I'm triggering my Dreadstorm for session 130.
Oh my god.
Astrid, if you would please roll a d20 for me until you get a 13 or lower.
You know what character I love among this group?
What?
Preston.
Preston is just here like Preston is
here.
arguably
He's just a guy.
Preston is the only person here who could genuinely walk off without consequence. Preston, you really could just be like
Well, no, he is a human, so he's still at threat of Dracula wanting to.
yeah, but Dracula like Dracula will not remember you're a person. Your advantage is that Medina he knows and he thinks she stole from him. The boxer he knows he's a Mistwalker. Wants to know where that guy is. There's a some whatever Astrid is. Reggie's a cyborg who's weird and has talked to him. You're just some guy. If you disappear, that's fine.
Yeah, but Preston doesn't have the danger sense to like.
Oh no,
be
Astrid.
aware enough to leave.
Astrid, you rolled a 4.
I did.
That's
No way.
voluptua, baby.
Oh.
Yes.
It's about to get horny.
Which means it's about to get incredibly horny, but in the context of these two ghosts, I'm going to say that Astrid and so basically Astrid and Sibelia Sibiana, they are sort of taking over because this is Sibiana's home thing, and she's developed this post-life relationship with the ghost of this. So despite this insanity, this like wave of like sexual energy just like rushes through the train as it starts raining outside. But God, I'm gonna say this. I'll say this. Every drop of rain that falls kind of makes a little sound like.
Oh no! Ew! I would never go outside.
That's like what the rain sounds like.
Horrifying.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah. Okay, so
It'll get annoying so fast.
The rain is.
guys, hey, at home, what Zane just put in our private chat is all caps. The rain has come. So.
He's trying to maintain a sense of propriety, okay?
And I'm just trying to throw that propriety all over you guys.
All right.
About to get real sexy in here.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so is it getting horny? But then also Astrid is trying to deal with an angry ghost.
I think that how I'm going to
Scary.
sort of have this dreadstorm occur is that the ghosts are going to play. And that libidos are going to play. So, as this rush of energy across the voluptua train occurs, Astrid and Reginald... There we go. Perfect. Thank you, Moses. Astrid and Reginald are no longer in control. They give way to Deliria and Sibelia. Okay? Preston, Medina, and the Boxer are also overcome by this wave, but maybe not quite as much. And, that being said, elsewhere on the train, as they're walking to the cargo area, Dracula suddenly grabs hold of Everett and says, "In fact, our enemy can wait. I will have you for a moment now." And then he sort of pushes you into like a coat room.
I was waiting for you to say that, Daddy Dracula.
If Medina is pressed up against the Boxer, can she be like, "Oh my God, you know, you actually have a really great body."
Oh shit, it's a voluptuous storm. Oh my God, get off me. He actually, you know what the Boxer is gonna do at this moment?
I want Preston to just be chilling.
She's like trying her hardest. Like apparently, she probably feels something, but she's just like, "Wow, those are muscles."
The Boxer, he goes, "Oh my God, it's a fucking voluptuous storm. Oh my God, everyone's gonna start fucking. Okay, that's it, Medina. We are no. If we get out in the rain, we're gonna fuck on the platform. Shit.
You like look at your arms though.
God, stop touching them with your soft little hands. Jesus Christ.
How do we? Oh my God! Ew! How do we stop this?
Your tits just got bigger, Medina. Your tits, look at them. Oh my God.
I don't think it's just the way you're perceiving me, and I'm perceiving you as like hotter than I initially. I didn't think that you.
Okay, that's it. The Boxer says.
Very toned.
The butcher says, Medina, that's it. I'm taking you. And he picks Medina
No.
up around the waist, and he goes into the next car, and he throws her in like a broom closet and closes it.
Fair.
Oh my.
Medina,
Brendan, what's going on? What's going on
So
with you,
is
buddy?
everybody affected by this?
Like,
Or...
Yes,
why
I mean,
you-
Preston, you'll be affected the least, but you're about to watch two ghosts inside two people. They're about to do something, so like, again, Preston, if you want to bail, you can bail.
I feel
Well,
like
the
someone's about
breakfast
to
is
awaken
here.
inside me.
I feel like someone's about to awaken inside me.
What does Sabalia say to that?
Sabalia says, "Oh, the more the merrier. If only we had another ghost to put inside Everett, and to put inside Preston, so Preston could put more things inside of us."
Oh, no.
Oh.
But listen to me, darling. I hear you talking about your husband, and at this moment, you really want to be thinking about your ex. Don't you want to be thinking about me? I guess.
Do you want?
Yeah, this is a weird thing. So I just said that for Sabalia, but basically, you guys can do some degree of role-playing for these two figures. I will say, however, that Astrid, in your part, you do really want to warn. Like, Deliria is torn between wanting to warn her husband that someone's trying to kill him, and wanting to get it on now that you're in corporeal bodies, and the mood, and that you can hear beautiful steel drums in the distance of this. And again, guys, just to clear, the thunder roll is like the thunder sounds like wah, 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 and the pitter patter of rain just once again is like
Okay. Sabalia, darling, you know how much I absolutely love the way you taste. But right now, I need to warn my ex. I don't want him to die at the hands of a fucking vampire. Can we maybe like a little, like a quickie, like a maybe just a little bit.
yes, oh my god, yes, do a quickie. Oh my god, it's about to be a fuck fest on this train. No, this is perfect actually. Wait. Okay, so I don't know, what do you think Sabalia would say to that?
I just think we could always fit enough time for love, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But if you have something more important than this, I suppose we can wait.
I'll tell you what. Deliria. I'd like for you to make a roll. We're going to use Astrid's stats, but this will be on Deliria's behalf.
Okay.
And we actually haven't even put your points in for that, but that's fine. I'm gonna apply them in another way. Please make a we'll do it. Actually, it's usually charisma based for D&D stuff. So I want you to do a compose create roll. So that is it's a really 50-50 shot. You're trying to roll between a 25 and a 75.
Oh, I rolled the wrong. I grabbed the d20. Sorry.
The D100 here.
61.
61 is in the thing. So, at this moment, Deliria, you can access enough of Astrid's power. It is often a thing that we still have not completely explained what Astrid is, but Astrid, the type of creature you are, often has some telepathic abilities.
Okay.
Perhaps not at this range, but I'm going to say that Astrid is going to, or as whether Deliria in Astrid's body is going to send
A message
to Etienne, because you can telepathically reach out to someone, especially if you know them. So Deliria, basically, for your backstory, your husband was Etienne. He was a sort of, you saw what he was like.
And now he's with a new...
Well, you died.
But I don't know that, right?
You don't know he's with someone new.
Deliria doesn't know that. Okay.
No, and you actually do remember him being furious as you were being killed. He, while you were being killed,
Okay.
he was trying to stop the person killing. So, you know that. That being said, you did have some weird things with him, and you actually used to, kind of pleasure yourself on stone statues, that he then got mad about and broke. That Deliria did, is the point. So, the point is, You probably do, like the fact that he's about to be killed by Dracula, Deliria is like, I don't want that to happen. Also, Deliria was either killed by a vampire or by someone who was allied with a vampire, so she's probably anti-vampire.
How much telepathy, like, is it like a word count?
You can send him like a short sentence, you know, like you can't do like a long thing, but you can, you know, and you can certainly, so just, yeah, what is it you think Deliria would reach out and say? I'm sorry to give you, I'm throwing you into a circumstance, and if you have no idea, I can come up with something, but kind of, because Astrid's persona is also slightly influencing her now, you know, it's kind of yeah.
And Astrid doesn't know Etienne at all, so all she feels is Deliria's fear.
She feels some ambivalence, but she does feel genuine love for him. Also, Etienne was like, for sex-crazed people, like, I mean, who knows what he's doing? He's a fucking angel.
Okay.
He has a heavenly intellect. Remember when he said that? That was really cool.
Okay, so I guess like Astrid like harnesses the like fear and love of Deliria, and all she sends out with all of that emotion that she can, she just sends out. Do I have to make a roll? Like, oh no, I made the roll. Sorry. Yeah. She just sends out like, my love, the vampire's here, run, and that's it.
I love that. My love, the vampires here, run.
Run.
Okay, and at that point, Astrid, the bodies of Astrid and Reginald, with the spirits of Deliria and Sibalia Sibiana, proceed to indulge in the atmosphere of this room, with Preston standing there. Preston, what do you do?
Preston,
as you're just holding your whiskey.
I'm like slowly holding the whiskey to my face, like taking a sip. Like,
can Astrid make a roll to like come out of like the like? Can Astrid invite Preston? Not Deliria, but Astrid.
I understand what you're saying. Go ahead, yeah, Astrid. Go ahead and roll a Go ahead and do a. Persuade.
Okay.
No, a better charm. You can try to charm you can charm the ghost inside of you to be like, I want more. Yes, Reginald?
I want more.
Can I also roll to
persuade the same thing?
To persuade my ghost to put on the lovemaking blazer?
Please make a persuade roll. Yes.
We have to keep it classy.
We have a raid, so yes, I'm going to put up a content warning for anyone raiding in right now that a sort of like a very sexual energy from another realm is pouring through right now, and so there are some that kind of content is happening right now with some horny ghosts who have already been possessing people are taking over, and now the host of the ghost is asking one ghost if a human can come join them. What did you roll for that, Astrid? Speaking of,
I rolled a 91.
A 91. I am so sorry to tell you, and your rolls have been so bad. You can spend power to re-roll if you'd like.
I'm gonna do that.
Cool. Yeah, we'll spend. I'll mark down the power. Just re-roll it. Come on, you got to do better. You have such a big gauge on this.
31.
We're
good.
A 31, you are good. Okay, great. Good. Goodness, your gauge was 15 to 85. So Astrid, what literally happened there? Kind of the thing is that Astrid, you were like, okay, if this is gonna happen, let's get Preston in the mix. And the ghost was like, no, I only want Sibalia. And you were like. You spent your own life force to be like, no, we're asking Preston.
Okay, and so I can it like maybe like I'm assuming that like Astrid is like busying herself with Reggie, and then like turns to Preston, and her voice is normally like soft and sweet, but like when she turns to Preston, like she puts out a hand, and like basically Preston sees like, come join us, but her eyes get red, and he's not able to. Like, you're not able to like. Well, basically, you're sympathetic to my desires.
Go ahead and let's do a charm roll on it. You're actually gonna charm him now. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Jeremy's ready though. He's like,
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess Preston, would you go with a red glowing demon version of this woman who's like in the midst of like undressing the oh, although speaking of which, Reginald, how did you do on your persuade roll? Sorry, you're muted.
54.
54. As you, oh god, 2 lower, and it would have been both amazing and a thing. With a 54, Reginald, as you sort of ask Sibelia, like, can we put on the, and Sibelia's answer is like, hey, whatever makes you feel sexy is what you should put on. Yes, let's just make it happen. And we are going to feel pleasures all together that you've never felt before. I sound like the rain above us. Yeah.
For the Raiders, that's how the rain sounds.
The rain sounds like that now. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, you guys are on a train, and trains are very sexual. So, Preston.
Gravy train time.
Preston, as Astrid, so basically as Astrid is like undressing Reginald, but Reginald is pulling out the lovemaking blazer and putting that on. Preston, this clearly fiendish thing is beckoning you to join. Do you want to join?
I mean, Preston's probably into it at this point. Like,
Fair enough.
All right.
he
Then I'm gonna
has
say that
very low
Preston-
will. He is very suggestible.
That Preston is a willing creature.
This is a horny Star Trek episode
Yes.
officially.
All right, so as Preston, Reginald, and Astrid's bodies are just basically as 5 souls in 3 bodies. Now that's a polycule if I ever heard of one. As 5 souls in 3 bodies start just experiencing the depths of pleasure that only a voluptuous dreadstorm can provide. As the boxer is just like holding Medina inside of a closet, and being like, I really, oh god, this is really like a good time for us to try to run away, but I'm really worried about what would happen in the rain.
Medina's like, no, you could totally let me out, or you can come in here. I think it would be totally fine.
If I come in there, I'm going to come in there, Medina.
Oh God, no! but
Yeah, yes, exactly. So I'm not doing that because the Soldier of Fortune will fucking kill me.
What is happening?
What's happening is voluptua, and also you're finally realizing what everybody's known about me the whole time.
That you're really strong and have like an amazing body.
Yes,
like, what
that!
do you do to like get all
Oh
those?
my god.
Ugh. That,
Oh
like,
god.
can I see your abs? Just like let me look at them.
Oh god.
But you can open it a little bit. Just let me. No.
Oh god, I want to open it a little bit, and then I want to open you more. Okay. Actually, though, oh shoot, wait. Actually, Medina, I'm gonna roll. Oh my god, I want to roll bad. With a 4, he does like punch a wall, but he doesn't accidentally break the door down, so everything's fine. He doesn't roll with that much force. Okay. Meanwhile, Everett and Dracula will get to you too. Believe you me. In the meantime, Sarah and okay, so the Ghoul and Solomon are kind of like, no, the Ghoul is sort of waking up to sexuality in a weird way. Solomon, you certainly have rhythm and stuff, but you also are like a thing that's, you know, like largely ghoulish, but kind of also vampiric. So basically, 3 undead and there's 3 undead and an angel in a shipping container, right? And that's when everyone gets horny. God, this sounds like fanfic. So Sarah, and here's an unfortunate thing for Sarah. As much as you're hating your husband, you have this feeling of an overwhelming kind of pleasure. And Etienne says, "See, I knew you would come to see things my way again, my dear."
Always. And she'll just like leap on him
And as he sort of starts holding you and pulling you in to himself, and like it is rough because like his embrace, there is a genuine warmth to it that even as an undead you feel, you know, this kind of like holy, and like he sort of with his he begins to like, you know, to trace his fingers around your back in that sort of delightful way. Solomon, can you just do a dance roll for me?
Oh no!
Absolutely.
And I know that Solomon's the student. It's all the way back at student.
Yeah.
Your dance is so roll 6d8s if you got them.
Yep.
I know we're I know we're mixing systems here, friends.
Don't worry, I got it.
Oh my god! Hey, remember when Fable rolled a 4?
It's matches, right?
It's matches in this card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's bad news. What if this hadn't been Voluptua? It'd be
God.
less fun.
This is so fun.
Poor Medina and the boxer.
They're trying so hard.
It really, well, like, the boxer does not want to die. Solomon, how do we do?
Solomon is ready. He got three 7s.
3 7s, and 7 in this system is astronomy. Oh, so it's patterns and repetition. Yeah, I mean, music would have been the perfect thing, but that's you're just really getting into this like rhythmic kind of like kind of vibe.
The hips are hipping right now.
And I will say that for Sarah and oh no, that's 100%. Oh no! Oh, the warning could mean nothing now. Oh shit. Okay, so because of that, Solomon with a 3rd degree success starts dancing, and at this point, the ghoul, not kind of being formed of the horniest like album of all time, does start singing a very, very sexual song. And it is turning Sarah and Etienne on more. Basically, Sarah and Etienne are gonna hook up in front of 2 ghouls who are dancing and singing for them to like turn them on, and it's working. And I will say that the lyrics that the ghoul begins to sing, which we've heard a few times, but I'll sort of do it, is the ghoul starts going, "And girl, you know your body made me hard, 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 harder than an ever-loving rock. But loving you so deeply left me scarred, scarred, scarred. So scarred my soul is gone into shock." And Sarah, you and Etienne are losing yourselves to the absolute, like, just sexually charged pleasure of this song. Even sung in the rasping voice of this ghoul turned colorized, turned, kind of like with a voice, and even with Solomon doing his just dance, this like grinding dance, it is just absolutely, like, it's like, it almost is making you forget everything Etienne's doing. It's like, it really is just like bringing you back to like back when, like, remember how much you liked it when he pulled your head back from that girl before he let you eat her? Remember how, and then you said Etienne's cool? Remember that? Yeah. That's the vibe. It's like you're recapturing your marriage.
Okay.
Yeah. He later will sing, "I've been pumping all my rock and roll into this world." That's a reference to Bruce Pumper, right? Even though I think it was in there before, but we've now said it's a reference to Bruce Pumper. And then he sings, "'Cause baby, you remember how I'd grow, grow, grow. You transformed me with a gentle caress. You controlled me, you enthralled me, made me blow, blow, blow. But now I've no release from all of this stress. But my God, how it's building." And it's just going crazy. Oh man, I do miss Paradise. We really got to go back. So as this is happening,
You mean Voluptua?
well, but Paradise is
that
all,
was
yeah. These are
Paradise.
Paradise songs, yeah. Because Paradise is also horny.
Moses, you're dancing impeccable as
It's
always.
amazing. Yeah. How could it not be? Guys,
I love how chaotic
follow
this
Moses.
all.
Yeah. So, they are in absolute ecstasy. That being said, well, actually, no. I'll actually, for Sarah, I will ask: Do you want to resist this feeling at all, or because this is what you remember, will you just kind of give into it?
She'll give in.
Okay. Then for Etienne, this is an incredibly important role. Etienne is going to roll because he receives a voice in his head. A voice that says, "My love, the vampires here run." And it is a voice that he recognizes as his deceased wife.
Oh
So
shit.
as he's just really getting into his current wife, and as 2 monsters are putting on a show for them, he hears his own dead wife in his head. God, what a cool game this is.
Oh no.
Can you guys, you can't see that it's a 13 from there, can you?
No!
It's a 13. It's a 13. Oh, it's a 13.
Oh god.
Oh, it's a 13. All right, so now I get to roll again to see. I've rolled 2 13s tonight, guys. My life is the best. There's no way I'll roll another one right now. I did not. I rolled a 9. But that means that even though this Dreadstorm's going on, you guys are only 2 from another one. Probably the next session. Yes, here's what a 13 will be. Here's what the wicked luck, and we'll just leave it all to whatever chance. Etienne has been warned that Dracula is here. He knows he needs to flee. He knows he needs to take this stuff. Dracula has tracked him down. He's so furious, but he also wants to finish. So
The dilemma.
What this means is what this all comes down to. Is...
Did you have to emphasize that?
I didn't have to, but
Choice was
I
made.
did, and I stand by it. So as this absolute horny, just like orgiastic dreadstorm continues, as these voluptuous ghosts and ghosts who've fallen in love with voluptuous ghosts, as the horniest songs of paradise are sung again by the ghoul who is channeling them, and Etienne produced that album. And the album is present. So, like, Sarah, the rough thing for you is that this is, like, obviously take emotion in the fact of who it is. Like, just in terms of, like, pure physical pleasure, you are experiencing more than anyone ever has. That car is a hotbed of awesomeness. So how this is going to come down. Haha.
Oh, God.
Everett and Sarah Quill, in their separate systems, are... And actually, oh god, Medina and the Boxer, I think we've said they're keeping their hands to themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, they've done a good job.
They're both like resisting as much as they possibly
Resisting
can.
as much as they can. Oh my god. So, as Everett and Sarah Quill, but also Astrid, Preston, and not Solomon. So Moses, please switch back to Reginald. Reginald, Astrid, and Preston. Sarah and Everett, I need everyone here to make an endurance roll.
Jesus.
Let's see how long
lose
everyone hangs
Boy.
on.
I got it,
Lose
baby.
life to the fucking.
Exactly.
I got it, baby. I got it.
Oh no.
50. 50.
50?
Exactly
You rolled a 50?
Let's-
Oh my
let's
god,
go,
Preston is a
Preston.
fucking Iron Man.
Let's go, Preston.
Perfect. It's 32.
32, is that within your what is your endurance
Yeah,
thing?
baby. 25 to 75.
25 to 75.
I rolled a success.
You have, hey guys, watch how I do this. You have succeeded. And that could just be a vampire joke, but it's not. It's a sex joke. Reginald, how did you fare?
35.
35. And Preston, so guys, even though there are 2 sex ghosts channeling 2 like other things, and also if you want to, I know Astrid, you put this in thing, if you want to describe what Astrid appears like once the going gets going, you may.
Yeah, okay. So during the sexy times, Astrid stops looking like Astrid and she starts like growing horns and wings and a tail and becomes like full on demonic looking. She stops looking like a movie star and
Is she succubus?
She fully looks like a succubus.
Suck all you buses. And at that point, so as Astrid looks like a demonic full on succubus. Oh, actually though.
Did you finish, Preston?
Never done.
No, Preston's
done.
50. Preston's
Never
Preston's going, like, Preston will just, like, keep everyone there for a long time. That being
Preston
said,
is an edgelord in the true sense of the word.
Astrid, please roll a d4.
A D4.
Oh, actually, no, Astrid, first, I'm so sorry. Astrid, please make a taste roll. Because Astrid rolls taste rolls to drain people's life.
All right. Where's my taste?
It's it's under your vitality.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yeah. If you want to put more points into it, this is your key skill. You could pump it to a 35 if you wanted to.
I could. Let's do it.
All right, cool. So go ahead and roll your taste. Oh my god,
I
guys,
rolled
and I
a
do apologize.
56.
56 is a full-on success. So
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll. I'm gonna say because of what's going on, roll 2d4.
Seven.
So Preston, you lose 8 power.
All right.
And all of it is via ejaculation. And Astrid, you regain 8 power up to your max.
Wow.
And again,
Man.
if this is too much for anyone raiding in, I do apologize. What are the terms of service on Twitch for, like, just saying things?
We've already broken them, so we're gonna
We
see.
have to be far past that, I would think. All right. So,
Oh, God. If a woman is being, like, is benefiting from this, I'm in support.
sure. Well,
You're
so she
missing
basically
a ton
gains
of context.
and so as Reginald and Preston and just like the three of you in this absolute like orgiastic thing where and the whole time in the heads of Astrid, you're sort of as Deliria is just like screaming out for Sibiala, and I imagine Astrid is happy for both Preston and Reginald, and Reginald in your head you just hear Sibalia Sibiana going the whole time. As this happens, eventually you all sort of like collapse together in the middle of the first class lounge, and Astrid, as you return to your human form, you look like you're 20 years old.
Thank you so much, Preston. How are you doing? Can I get you a drink? Also.
He's just like on the floor like
Yeah.
Loki in the fucking Avengers, like
All right. Maybe a drink and some food.
So the good news is you guys have had a lovely time on the Dreadland Express. Everett, Plantain, and Sarah Quill, how have you done for your endurance rolls?
I thought you would forget, but it was a 17, and I don't know what that translates to into her thing.
Well,
But I think it's success.
a 17 is oh shoot you've rolled oh yes, endurance is not endurance for you, it's it is your constitution. Oh my god, if you spend 1 luck point it's an extreme success.
I will.
Okay.
Well,
Everett, what did you roll?
I rolled a 63, which is within my
Within.
success range.
Okay, what is your gauge for endurance? 35.
35.
63 is within 63 is within half, but not the fifth. Because your gauge would be okay. Because you two have basically done great, these come down to me. So
No.
I'm rolling.
Yeah,
to
you
see,
are.
effectively, what I'm about to roll is to see you two both, and basically both of you experience pleasures of the flesh like you have never known. Okay. This is not. Oh wait, why am I not playing the Voluptua theme song right now? I'm so sorry. That should be. Where is that song on here? I gotta find the. Yeah, Voluptuous Sunrise. Ha ha ha. Okay.
Although it's copyrighted, like I think you should be play Pony when Voluptua is mentioned.
I mean, that is it. All right. I am. Who should I roll for first, Etienne or Dracula?
Etienne.
At 13.
It's not a 13. Etienne has rolled a rather middling result.
You think is fine?
He gets to re-roll because he's the Lord of Darkness. Prince of Darkness. With a roll of 6, Etienne enjoys his wife's embrace, enjoys the singing of the ghoul and Solomon, and to whatever degree these undead men can experience sexual pleasure, they do. But when the time is over, Etienne, sort of like with his wife just like wrapped around him, kind of with him still inside of her, he just like stands up, holding her close, like with her head on her shoulder, and he says, "But now, my friends, we must flee. Into this rain we go now. We have been found. Come. And and he's just gathering up clothes. He's just like not even getting dressed, and he just like moves his hand toward the side of the thing and blows the door off. Sorry, yes. Could lean insane as he just like explodes the door out. And at this point, Sarah the Ghoul and Solomon and Etienne, like half naked, rushing out into the rain that as it hits their bodies just feels like, touch it. As they're sort of going out into the rain. We then will cut.
Everybody close your mouths.
The viscosity
No, open it.
Depending on what you're into.
What's the viscosity of the rain?
The rain feels it's not. Honestly, the viscosity of the rain, it's not. We're not going to go with that substance. What the
like that
rain,
question at all.
the rain has the sort of like of a very mildly flavored lubricant. That's the vibe of the rain.
Love that.
The rain is just here to make everything slip sliding away
Really good.
with a hint of coconut. Okay. Look at Lauren's face. I'm so sorry. Okay, so, he blasts open the door and they rush out. Sorry, I just have to catch up on this. We're now going to cut to Medina and the boxer, at the door, and the boxer who is just the problem is if Medina were out here, they would have had sex because all he's been doing is flexing in frustration. And the boxer says, "Okay, Medina, listen to me. I only super want to fuck you right now, so I think that means we can move. Okay, you ready to go?"
Yeah. If don't touch me.
Yeah, well, okay, you don't touch me either, but also you have to fucking catch up with me, or otherwise I have to throw you over my shoulder, and then I'm staring at your ass the whole time. I get you are.
I know your body is super toned and like
he pulls the door open and looks at you, and somehow your shirt is now like tied up. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, no, they're still big. Okay, well, it's not as bad. We gotta hurry."
Don't look at me.
You don't touch me. Hey,
go, run.
He'll run to his room. He'll grab the bag, and he says, "I know we gotta try for it. Come on, we're going."
Oh, okay. Stop talking to me. Just fucking run.
God, oh my God, I want to kiss you to make you stop talking right now.
No, go.
Okay, so as the boxer and Medina escape, because they can just barely handle it, they run out into the wet night. That's what it is. As they run out, though, I will say that as you guys run out, the boxer kind of breathes in this air and goes, "Oh yeah, no, this is voluptuous. Oh boy, oh man, that takes me back."
But Medina's ready.
Oh God, eyes forward, you idiot! Oh my God, tunnel vision.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at my back while I run. And his back is like preposterous.
They're just doing the Baywatch run.
Oh my God, both of them are. He's like, okay, both of us run with our eyes closed. How bad could this go? So as Medina and the boxer tumble out into the night in one direction, as Sarah and Etienne et al. Rush off in another. Everett, Dracula collapses atop you. You have achieved your release, make no mistake, but Dracula needed this too. And as Dracula sort of like, Everett, I had forgotten just how enjoyable you could be. It seems that in my absence you have picked up a couple of new tricks, have you not?
Well, I've been withholding for so long, and
Yes.
I used to work with horses. So I mean, not in that way, but like they're very strong.
And if you ever, believe me, there are horses who I know who would enjoy. There are intelligent horses who would much enjoy. Never mind. The point is, someday I will put a saddle on you.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes.
I've been into that. Like,
I know you would be, yes. You will be, I will ride my pony. But Everett, we have tarried here too long. I can feel the dreadstorm begins to weaken, shuddering with the climax that we have both experienced multiple times ourselves. Come, let us go to our quarry. Let us destroy them in the dark.
Well, I mean, are we going to destroy all of them? Because I've actually made friends with some of them.
Who?
Well, I don't know, like basically, you know, when you go on adventures together, you become friends with the people.
Oh, I do not mean Medina. I care not for her. What I mean is the angel.
Oh, yeah, he's probably terrible. I've heard he killed a lot of people.
Yes.
Sounds narcissistic to me.
Come, let us end him and those who stand against me. At this point, Everett and Dracula walk down the thing. They know somewhere. Oh my god. Also, did Rawlings and Zeke just hook up during this? I don't know. In their safe car, maybe not. I do know that Director Vertebral, based on things we said, was probably hitting his ghost button a lot during this section. But the point is, Everett and Dracula, you reach the cargo car, but as you sort of enter it, smelling the rain from outside, Dracula goes, No, he could not have. How did he know? And Dracula will like pull out, just with this massive strength, he'll like pull the whole like cargo container out of it and see that the cargo container wall and the wall of this cabin have been blasted open. And kind of there's just, like empty train station beyond.
Is this bad?
How could you distract me like this?
He comes for you.
Does he come for him? Is that really what he does?
No, he actually rolls high enough to... Forgive me, this is not your fault, Everett.
Well,
But
I did not intend for them to leave. I felt like we were overcome with the passion of one another, and
someone has warned them.
oh god, who? Like a psychic? Are there psychics here?
There is either someone who could warn them through telepathy.
How dare she?
And I have to say this is going to be a sad end. But as Astrid and Preston and Reginald kind of are holding each other in this embrace, as the ghosts of Sibelia Sibiana and Deliria have finally found the release they were hoping for. As this chapter ends, the door to the cabin busts open, and the Prince of Darkness leaps down upon them, feral and furious. And that is where we're ending this chapter of Blood from a Stone. This is also, for the time being, where we are ending our time on the Dreadland Express. The fate of Astrid, Preston, and Reginald I'm going to leave open-ended, but unlikely to have survived, for Dracula wishes a punishment. And there is not much blood there, but he can slake his rage at least, that his quarry have escaped. Medina and the Boxer have also escaped into the night, through the careful use of not having sex with each other. So let that be a lesson. The only people who are survived are the people who had sex with their manipulative husbands, didn't have sex, or with their boss. 3 random people having a good time, they pay for it. And that is the kind of moral perspective I want to put onto this game, okay? That's all I'm
Dear
trying
God.
to do.
Remember, kids, sex is
bad. If you have sex with a demon on a train, Dracula will kill you. But this is not, of course, the end of our story. And I'm going to leave Astrid, Preston, and Reginald for now as kind of, I think we should leave them presumed dead. It is possible that at some point, were they to survive, they might return to the story, but we'll be back with different characters next week as we turn our attention to a storyline that we dropped a while back, to a system that I'm very, very excited to return to as we go to the realm of Ignador and we pull out the Deck of Dread. We will have some returning characters for that. but we will also need to make some new characters for those who aren't there. But Zane, you will be returning to your good dear friend, Alvin Theodore. Lauren.
Elowin.
You will be Elowin, the elfish spellcaster, sort of holy spellcaster. And Moses, you actually do have a character for this. It was a character who I really enjoyed in his. He's only appeared once, but it was a very fun character named Urek. Urek was one of Elowin's followers. So as we go to a more fantastic realm, we will also probably be seeing. This is where we might see Hattie Ford again, and we also might hear the dulcet tones of the Soldier of Fortune stuck in that damn sword.
Yes.
So, that is where we're going. But thank you everyone for having made the Dreadland Express so fun. And we may return to the Dreadland Express in one capacity or another, but I was not fully sure that things were going to get that climactic, pun intended and not intended, but they really did. And I have to say that though we probably didn't spend quite as long on this train as we wanted, and there are still lingering questions about exactly what the hell was going on with our friend, the Great Detective.
Yeah.
Oh my God! But if the Great Detective is still Corinne Sparrow, she probably comes out, and she'll give like a really like intense speech about the silence of the sex havers.
Preston will catch her up.
Yeah.
Nah, he's dead as fuck.
Yeah, if anyone isn't alive, it is Preston.
It's
He's not
Preston.
alive.
He's just a dude. He's just a guy.
If Preston comes back, he's a vampiric thrall of Dracula kind of thing. Yeah.
He's just a guy.
We'll sort of see, but that we're gonna end with a just like kind of dark thing there.
Like,
But the Boxer and Medina are still out there. And Everett is still alive. Dracula did not kill his partner, so that's good. So say what you want to about Dracula, but he doesn't kill the people he has sex with. So, progress.
Good.
Progress.
That's character growth.
Oh my God, guys, it was tonight too much. Let's be honest.
No,
All right.
it was amazing.
Well, let's ask the audience.
Hey, viewers. How are we all doing out there? Was this too much?
Is everyone okay?
Guys, it's time for aftercare, okay? How's everyone doing right now?
My dog is looking at me whining right now. So
what is it you're supposed to do after? You all know that we do care about you, right? This is we did some exploratory role playing, but now we're just making sure that everybody knows that they're loved and everything's fine. That's aftercare, right? In a nutshell. And weirdly, it's also the term for when kids stay late at school. So that's always bugged me.
Why would you say that?
I'm just pointing out that I wish it had a different term that didn't have a school equivalent.
Well, I used to work with horses.
Oh.
God.
Yeah, there were a few things.
For
that
the record,
happened
it was more meaning that they're powerful, and
Stallion-like.
I learned a lot.
You're just digging deeper, my friend.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You guys didn't even see everything that was in our private chat. There was more, but I did have to say that one part. Also, how about that rain sound, guys? The horny rain? That's pretty
The
good.
rain sound was amazing.
The rain sound.
And now the horny rain is fading out. So now as it gets quieter, it leaves you with If anyone's ever able to become aroused after today's session, I'm impressed. That's
Philip, how does voluptua fog sound?
voluptua fog.
I forgot it.
Oh wait. Do you know what voluptua fog sounds like? The sound of voluptua fog is the sound of someone blowing erotically on their lover's neck.
What does that sound like?
I don't know.
Dreadmaster.
I don't know how. I mean, I guess in an ASMR way, the viewers will.
I hate it.
Good.
that's a walrus dying.
Like whale communication.
What about
Wouldn't
snow?
it be awesome if you were with someone and right at the moment they went, whoa!
Dave, do we have anyone to thank tonight?
We have
Everyone.
Philip to thank for all of this.
Oh no.
I will say we did have. I wanted to thank Madbird Streams for joining. We had
Thank you
a
so
raid
much.
from 11 viewers tonight. That was super awesome to have y'all here.
Thank you so much. We do apologize.
And we're sorry.
Like at the worst time, but the best time at the same time.
We
God.
stand by it.
Yeah.
Right when the Dreadstorm started.
And we
too,
also
like,
had a new
Yeah.
follower this evening. I'm gonna say I hope hopefully I say it correctly. It's Humar Whithill. Humar Whithill. Thank you for joining. About 38 minutes ago. So that
Thank you
was
so much.
actually
And we're sorry.
it may have been one of the Madbird Streams raiders. So we so appreciate
Oh
it.
boy.
We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. This was
And-
a lot of fun. Yeah.
And the chat was just popping tonight. Which
Chat
we
was.
love.
I mean,
That is
what-
like thanks y'all.
That was
We
not
were
the
all
only thing
popping.
popping tonight. Let me tell you.
Hey.
So thank you all for watching. If you'd like to see slightly less horny programming, you could join us on Sunday night for Strange Lore. You could join us and it's always at 7:30 p.m. Pacific. So you could join us Sunday night for Strange Lore this week. Then you could join us on Monday night for the Dreadlands, which is our new kind of meta series. We have, in fact, now mentioned the two options for the first mission of that.
I have yet to read them.
So if you'd like to vote, I'm actually just going to tell everyone what they are today. Here are the two options. Option 1 is have wedding will travel. You will travel to Rimono, an as yet unexplored material plane within the Wish World cluster. So this is the same fantasy realm that has Here Be Dragons and Blue Moon, to attend a wedding weekend where Henry Lovestone has detected an anomalous multiversal presence of uncertain origin. Projected difficulty for this mission is easy. And I will also mention that it is a light-hearted fantasy plane. The tone is kind of like fun, like rom-com wedding movie. So, but there will be fantasy creatures there. Option 2 is called Coarse Court Revisited. You will travel to Earth CC7722, home of Murder by Murder and the Strange Lore 1940 sequences, where a restaurateur suffers from disquieting dreams while attempting to open a fine dining destination in a storied manor house on the remote Gin Island off the Devonshire coast in the mid-2000s. So you'll be going to like the mid-2000s of that timeline. And someone's having bad dreams in Coarse Court. That, of course, is a much more grounded, mundane, realistic world. And sort of, I say it is probably dramatic, although with this group it won't be dramatic. I'll also mention that someone asked, I believe, Book and Dagger said, what happens when like Lego figures and, various things go to a mundane world, and we have an answer for it. It's interesting. So, please feel free to vote on those options. I think right now the voting is pretty neck and neck. Oh wait, we just had another vote. Oh, you voted for the wedding weekend. What a shocker.
I don't like the mid-2000s.
That's fair. Really? God.
I lived in it.
They were the best. Because you guys don't understand how young I was then. It was the best. Oh
Yeah,
my
Adobe
God.
wasn't on a subscription model back then.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Like nothing was subscription. It was amazing.
It was
Oh,
great.
you just bought stuff. You bought. Oh my God. Oh God. I want. For.
Are you getting into Sabalia? 'Cause,
No.
Right? Oh my god.
It's a
Oh.
it's a non-sexual desire for it to be 2008 again. Oh man, what a time to be alive. Oh.
Hey, that was the year before you met me.
Yeah, I hadn't met you yet. Oh my God, I had so much energy. Oh, I was so like upbeat. Oh, it was great. I was like 23, 24. Do you know how cool it is to be 24 years old? Do you know what hurts in your body when you're 24?
Nothing.
Do you know what happens when it rains? Nothing.
Feel awesome and
feel
mysterious.
You know how much you can drink and then go to work the next day?
Oh
A
god.
lot.
Oh man. And yeah, Lauren doesn't want to return to that. Cool. No, but so please vote in that. You can vote once per day is how that works. And at the end on Sunday night, I tally them up. So I have Monday to plot, plan, plot, get ready. So please join us for that downtime. So that is on Monday. And then on Wednesday, we're back with more Top Flight Tales. And then 1 week from tonight, we are back with a Deck of Dread in good old Ignador, which I would say that though we have visited it a few times, that is like a major place we've never had like an extended session in. And it's a really fun system where I'll explain it to some of the players we will hear. We use a deck of cards. So I have a deck of cards. I suggest you all get a deck of cards. So when I deal you your cards, you can like pull out dummy hands for yourself to have. So you know what your options are. Because in this, you don't roll dice. You either use a card from your hand or draw from the deck. Real fun. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. That'll be next week. Please go to our Discord to participate in that downtime or just interact with us, say hello. Go to our YouTube to watch old episodes, and go to the wiki where Sophia, I'm sure, will have some things to say about tonight's episode. So check that out. Would any of you please follow all the people here on their socials? We have an about page if they have socials they put out and all that stuff. Please follow those. Would anyone like to plug any specific things?
Most weeks, not yesterday, but stream horror games, and I will not be on this week because we just made plans with an old friend of ours who's in town for the first time since 2020. So I will not be on this week, but I play horror games and it's fun, and Philip gets concerned.
Do you want to say horror a little more, like, just so we
horror.
Thank you. Yeah, she
games.
plays horror games. She doesn't
Not
play. Okay, good.
Nothing against.
No, yeah, please play horror games if you want to. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Thursdays at 7:30.
A+. Anybody else?
Same.
Awesome. Well,
Oh,
yeah, please.
I
Then just follow them all, because they're all great people. They're
Follow
ensconcing me. How many D&D tables, especially with, like some people here I've played with for a long time, other people joined at the beginning of this arc. And how many tables are, cool with, like, yeah, this ends with an orgy.
Let's have horny rain.
Horny cum rain.
Blue brain, actually.
If technically lube rain.
Oh, lube rain. I'm so sorry.
You can't get pregnant in Voluptua.
That is true. Voluptua, you can't.
Pregnant in a Voluptuan Dreadstorm, though.
I don't know that you can, actually. I would say a Voluptuan Dreadstorm is purely about pleasure.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Your sperm are a man's sperm are too busy
Just stop the
fucking
sentence
each
there,
other
please.
to get anyone pregnant.
Gross. Weird. Good night, everyone.
I'm so
Good
into this
night,
idea.
everyone.
I gotta figure. Wait, this is male birth control. I gotta figure out how to do this. Oh, God. All right. Thank you, everybody. Until next time.
Thank you, and we're sorry.
Also, thank you for joining us for our 130th episode. That really is a big deal. 130 of these. This is so cool that we've gotten to do this insane game for this long. And the fact that we're calling back Deliria, who was in like the first, 10, is really very fun. And the fact that I didn't realize she was going to warn Etienne until that didn't occur to me. I was like,
that was
well,
crazy.
that's going to happen. So this is so good. Thank you all so much. Until next time, have a dreadful night. I mean, sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Bye.